In this video, we take you through the TransLution standard template for goods in transit. TransLution's GIT functions provide a mechanism for greater control over stock items that are in the process of being transferred between warehouses for warehouse transfers and supply chain transfers. Let's take a look at the GIT process. We have a couple of functions available to handle the GIT out, which is the transfer out of the source warehouse, and the receive GIT in, which is the receiving at the target warehouse. We begin with the GIT out. A transfer out from a warehouse creates goods in transit records indicating that stock was transferred from the source warehouse to the target warehouse. These records include any lots, bins, or serials involved in the transfer. Stock on hand is decreased at the source warehouse while stock is placed in transit for the target warehouse. When stock arrives at the target warehouse, it is received and taken out of transit. A GIT is used instead of an immediate warehouse transfer where the source and target warehouses are some distance apart or a handover process is required. Let's take a look at how this is handled in TransLution. To begin, we select the TransLution app and log in with our credentials. From the workflow menu screen, we select the GIT in and out workflow. This brings up a list of functions available for GIT. To begin, we will take a look at the GIT out, which is a two-step process. The first step is to scan the stock required for the transfer, and the second step is to post to SysPro. We begin by selecting the source warehouse from the drop-down list. Tap on the screen to see the list. Here we select Warehouse E. The next step is to select the target warehouse. Here we select Warehouse N. We then scan the source bin. The suggestion on screen displays the source and target warehouse. TransLution validates the bin exists in SysPro and is in the source warehouse. Next, we scan the item. TransLution validates the item exists in SysPro, is in the bin, and stocked in the target warehouse. Lastly, we enter the quantity to transfer. TransLution validates the quantity. We are looped back to the scan item step, so let's scan a lot traceable item. TransLution validates the stock code, and since the item is lot traceable, TransLution gets the lot details and validates the lot number exists in SysPro for the stock code. Lastly, we enter the quantity to transfer. TransLution validates there is sufficient quantity of the lot in the bin and the lot is not expired. Now that we have captured all the items to be transferred, we can check this on the grid and post to SysPro. While this can be done on Android, we have more room on the screen if we review this on EasyTouch. We select the GIT in and out workflow and then select the post transfer out function. This grid displays all the GIT outs that have been captured in TransLution. We select the GIT reference number we are working on from the header and check the line details in the details section at the bottom of the grid. Once we are happy that everything is accurate, we can click on the Select All and Post to post the GIT to SysPro. Once posted, the GIT falls off the grid. The stock is now in transit to the target warehouse. When the truck arrives at the target warehouse, we receive the stock in using the GIT in function in TransLution. Let's take a look at the steps. We select the GIT workflow and then select the Receive GIT in function. We start by scanning the GIT number. TransLution validates the GIT exists in SysPro, is not complete, and there is quantity left to receive on the GIT. We scan the receiving bin. TransLution validates the bin exists in SysPro and is in the GIT target warehouse. We scan the item we are receiving. The suggestion on screen displays the GIT reference and receiving bin. TransLution validates the stock code exists in SysPro and is on the GIT with quantity left to receive. Next, we enter the quantity to receive. TransLution validates the quantity is numeric, greater than 0, does not exceed the quantity to receive on the GIT. TransLution posts the GIT receipt to SysPro. We then receive the last item on the GIT. Since this is a lot traceable item, TransLution gets the lot details and validates the lot number exists in SysPro for the stock code. Then enter the quantity to receive. TransLution validates the quantity is numeric, greater than 0, does not exceed the quantity outstanding to receive on the GIT. TransLution then posts the GIT receipt to SysPro. Once we are done, we close the function. We hope this has been useful. Thank you for your time.